What's up, you guys? It's Jonno! Today I'm going out for episode 2 of my level grinding series. I'm about to be level grinding to level 40. That's crazy. So I'm going to try and do it. And what I'm going to do today is go drive downtown. It's raining out, so my wife is going to drive me safely. And I'm going to put on lucky eggs and hit as many pokestops as I can for about an hour and a half. And I'm going to turn on my Pokemon Go Plus and just catch anything that is there. So hopefully I'll get 200 experience per catch, and I get the 100 experience per pokestop spin, and I should be able to hit a lot of Pokemon stops going down J Street and K Street on loop. So that's what I'm gonna do. Let's see if I can get a ton of experience. Hopefully more than I got yesterday. I'm thinking it will be more. All right, let's see what happens. What's up, you guys? I'm on my way to downtown. We're gonna ship my Pokemon Go Plus that my winner won as well. But there's a Rhydon. I'm right next to the post office. There's Rhydon right here. I'm gonna catch this fool. I'm gonna go ship my Pokemon Go Plus to my winner. I'm sure that they're really excited to hear that because it'll be there in a couple of days. And here is this fool Rhydon right here. Get him, boy. Nice. He's big. Let's see if he's strong. 1,000. That's not strong for a Rhydon, but still, it's a fun rare catch. When I got the double Snorlax, there were so many people that were like, Jonno, there's a Rhydon too. And I'm like, you guys, I got double Snorlax. Come on, I don't even care about that Rhydon. But I did notice the Rhydon on that video. It was pretty funny. If you guys go back and look at that double Snorlax, there's Rhydon on the nearby the whole time. But yeah, I grabbed this guy, Mud Slap, Earthquake. Let's give him a little appraisal here. Room for improvement. Okay, I'm gonna let him go, and then I'm gonna go and hit the post office, and then I'm going to go and start my level grinding downtown. Woo! I actually don't know how to fold this thing. Oh yeah, I do. No, wait, I don't.
Should you stop this and we'll start all over again?
No. This is part of the process. I didn't know how to do it from my Loot Crate box days. Oh, yeah. Oh, it goes up here. What's funny?
It's like you're nervous doing this or something.
No, it's very hard to get it inside the little thing. I'm so nervous about this box. Hang on, we're almost there. Guys, I got a 2K egg here, so we just got done with the post office. I'm on my way over to downtown. Oh, Igglybuff, yeah! I need those candies right now, big time. All right, that was awesome. 54 candies, that means I can do my evolutions. I want to evolve Igglybuff to Jigglypuff to Wigglytuff. I want to do the whole evolution chain, and that is going to take me some candies to do that. So I'm basically like, I got to get those candies. I really need to go to a Jigglypuff nest, and I want to do the same thing with Clefairy, and what's the other one? Cleffa. So I want to do that as well. So I'm like, I need to hit the nest, Clefairy nest, and the Jigglypuff nest for sure. So I'll be doing that at some point in the future. I just, with this weather, I'm like, I can't. So you guys see it's raining out here. I don't know if you can see the rain on the window. Ooh, it's so rainy. So I'm like, bleh, we're gonna go drive around downtown and just farm up that experience. So I'm gonna go get started on that right now. Right, you guys, so I'm just about to get started. I've got my Pokemon Go Plus here. I'm actually going to sync it, and there are a couple of interesting Pokemon. There's a Geodude and a Graveler right nearby, and I'm going to see if I can catch him with Pokemon Go Plus because I want to focus on spinning the pokestops. So you can see I've got pokestops turned off. It is really hard to sync Pokemon Go Plus for whatever reason, but it did sync, thank goodness. And let's get my lucky egg started here. And I'm going to start clicking my Pokemon Go Plus, and I'm going to start spinning Pokestops. So you can see my Pokemon Go Plus did not catch whatever I was catching there. There's the Graveler, which it wants to catch. Let's see if it can catch it while I spin the Pokestop. Get it? No, Graveler, RIP. See you later, Graveler. Alright, so let's go ahead and try another one. I think it's the No, it doesn't look like it's the Geodude. Let's see. Nope, didn't get that one either. Let's try for the Geodude. And we are getting started here on the loop, so I've got my my lucky egg started, and we're just gonna spin pokestops, or I am. Carmen's gonna drive. I'm just gonna spin pokestops and try to catch Pokemon with Pokemon Go Plus. So we are going a little tiny bit too fast, I think. It's giving me try again later on all the stops for whatever reason. Oh, there we go. That one worked. I'm not sure why that other one didn't work. It looks like there's an Abra nest here. I don't know what location this is. There is a park here, but it's not properly mapped. Oh, Cesar Chavez Park, but it's not properly mapped on the Pokemon Go. It doesn't show it as green, even though it should be green for a park. So I've got another Pokemon here. Let's see if it's going to catch it. It always blinks a few times, and then after the third blink, it'll blink rainbow if it catches them. So I did catch Abra that time, thank goodness. Now let's see how much experience I have. I've got 566,000, basically 567,000 experience. So 567,000 is my start, and then we're gonna see how far I make it by driving down J and then back up K over and over again. We're gonna do this for about an hour, and if we are really adventurous, we may do it for an hour and a half, but I think we'll probably get an hour and then get bored. Yeah, it seems like we'll probably get bored after an hour, but I'm gonna see how much experience I can get during this time. It's raining and it's rush hour. It is Monday and it's 5 o'clock, which is technically rush hour. If you guys live in a city, you know about that. That's something that you always plan around, but planning to come into rush hour means I can drive really slow and nobody's really gonna bother us about it. So you can see here where all the volume of stops actually really start. This is where all the stops are, so make sure you don't go too fast, boo. And yeah, you're going a little bit too fast, boo. Trying to get all of the stops. And we are in the rain and rush hour, so it's like even more reason that I can go a little bit slower. And there are a ton of stops here. It's really hard to get them all. And I'm trying to blink all the Pokemon as well. So I wasn't able to get those couple of stops that are at the front of the convention center because they're just too far away. I thought I would get the Starbucks. That Starbucks is a new one that I've been able to get in the past while driving by, but it is 3 lanes here and we're on the far left lane, so maybe on the right lane we would have been able to get it. So that's interesting to note. Oh, that one gave me try again later. Don't do that. Yeah, got it. Alright, so there's a lot of stops here, you guys. You can see how the experience really racks up fast. And let's see how much experience I'm going to get off of all these stops. It does kind of keep it all together until it actually displays it. That one gave me try again later over and over again. Next time we go down this street, let's stay in the right lane if we can. I got better stop coverage on that lane. So I didn't see how much experience it gave me for all that. I think I've been trying to spin it the whole time. We're going just a little bit too fast. I'm missing some stops. I don't know why it's making me miss them. Because we're really not going... Yeah, I know, we're really not going that fast. It's giving me try again later on everything, so... Yeah, there we go. Alright, you can go a little faster.
Alright.
No, I don't want to go right. I want to go down J and then go back up K. Alright, you guys, so it's not giving me any Pokemon, interestingly. I thought I would get more Pokemon with my Plus device. It seems to be missing them, but I think that has to do with it's giving me try again later over and over again. So, yeah, try again later. Finally, it's spawning some Pokemon for me. Let's see if I can catch these guys with my Go Plus. Come on, Go Plus. It's not even, like, seeing the Pokemon that I'm driving by. That's why Go Plus, I'm like... Go Plus needed to do such a better job on this device, and I honestly think that they should just like rework it and replace everybody's Go Plus, because look, I didn't get a single Pokemon. I'm like, Go Plus, where are you at? It says it's synced. That's why the little green thing is there. Nope, it's not synced anymore. So Go Plus is just like, I'm playing, I'm using it, and it just like decides, oh, let me just unsync for whatever reason. So yeah, that's unfortunate. Now we are going to go back up K Street, and K is the loop around that has all the extra stops. Now there's a perfect way to do this loop, but I don't actually know it perfectly yet, so I'm still kind of, because like I said, I haven't been doing experience grinding. I haven't come out here just to get experience and grind experience. What I've been doing is just coming out here to get items, and then I fill up my item bag and I'm done. But this is a lot different gameplay than that. This is actually trying to hit mass volume of stops in a very short amount of time by driving through them. So very different gameplay, and I'm curious to see how it stacks up versus walking and doing commons. Now I'm trying to get my Go Plus here to catch Pokemon, and it just keeps on desyncing itself. I really don't understand why it's doing that, because it's missing like every single Pokemon basically. You guys can see all the stops back there are still purple, so you can see how quickly I'm able to do this loop, and it is a lot of stops. So I think that this is going to result in quite a bit of experience, but I just don't know yet, so that's why I'm testing it. I've been told by many people that they can get a lot of experience on this loop, and I believe it, so I'm going to give it a try. Now that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stops, plus the stops I hit on the way from there as well. You can see all the ones that I missed because it keeps giving me try again later, even though we're going incredibly slow. So it's kind of weird how that's happening. But the traffic has been nice. There's just enough traffic for us to stay still when I need to and get plenty of Pokemon spawns when Pokemon Go Plus is acting correctly. And you can see that there's more than enough stops to maximize the experience. So I think this is going to be pretty successful. I'm going to finish up one loop, and then I'll just film as I add more lucky eggs, and I'll update my experience as I continue to get like massive amounts of experience to show. So we'll finish out this loop. We are going to cruise around the capital area. I think a better street. Carmen, what's this street right here? Over, see all that?
Over here?
No, it's right
Over
here. It's
Okay.
to the left. That's the alley right there. And then what's that street right there that goes along the Capitol? That's next to the Rose Garden. We're about to be on it in a second. Well, let's do that one next time. Yeah, because K didn't really work out, and there's better rare spawns along the Capitol. And K was just a lot of stop signs. And then it forced us to get on this street anyway. So let's do J and we'll do L instead of K. I'm making an executive decision here. Alright, a little bit too fast through there. Wow, this biker dude is in the rain. You're crazy, biker dude. We are stopped right now. We're literally stopped, and it doesn't want to spin the Pokestop. So it's so, like, it's bad about tracking the speed sometimes. So I don't even know what I'm going to catch over here, but the Capitol Mall, whatever you want to call that, the Capitol area that I was playing the other night, there's the little pond that I was walking around the other night at the top left of the screen. That area has a nest, but I can't figure out what the nest is. Some people on my video were speculating that it may be a Geodude nest, but I get pretty regular Geodude spawns there since the beginning of the game. I also get Machop. You could suggest it's a Machop nest, but I was getting a fewer Machops that night than in the past. But yeah, I couldn't figure out what kind of nest it was, to be honest. So I am catching Pokemon here on the Plus device. Oh, I caught it, whatever it was. So I'm going to catch something else. It's giving me try again later on every single Pokestop, and I just don't understand why, because we're going so slow. It's got to be something about the storm not tracking the GPS correctly or something. So I'm just clicking the button on my Pokemon Go Plus over and over again because it's getting so many spawns right now. It's basically non-stop, which is what I want it to be, because one, I want to be using up the Pokeballs while I'm driving, because I'm picking up so many Pokeballs from all of these stops that I really need a way to get rid of some of them so I don't have to stop and ditch out all my items and clear out items, which I am going to have to do at a certain point, even though I already did that before I got started. So yeah, that's basically the nature of the whole driving thing here. I am going to fill my bag pretty quickly. Now I don't understand, it's giving me try again later on all of these, and we're going so slow. We're going like ridiculously slow. So, but at least I'm catching some of the Pokemon. You're gonna have to slow down, babe. It's giving me try again later on every single one. I need you to go 10 or so. I don't know. We're going 5 right now, and it's giving me try again later when we're going 5. You know, it's really inaccurate right now. I gotta do it today. I gotta do it today, I gotta do it tomorrow. Especially while it's raining, this is the only gameplay I can really do, so. It's okay to drive slow in the rain. Nobody's gonna pull you over for driving slow in the rain. Oh, wow. Oh, where's the Machop? He's pretty far. That's Machoke. It's pretty far away though. I don't want to drive over there. That would be a fun spawn. Being downtown's nice, but I can get a Machoke spawn pretty easily. That's not like the hardest spawn to get. So I'm gonna let him go. So we are gonna, let's see, we're right here by Golden 1 Center. Golden 1 Center is like right ahead of us. That's what that big open block is there. They still haven't got pokestops correctly mapped on Golden 1 Center. We could go back down J, because Golden 1 cuts it off. Oh, it's one way. So you guys can see I'm hitting a high volume of pokestops, very high volume. She saw you point at her. She had the apple bottom jeans. With the fur. Alright, you guys, we're stopped at a stoplight and we have to get around Golden 1 Center, so it's going to be a little bit dead here for a second. I am going to ditch items real quick, but other than that, I don't have any gameplay to show until we loop back around to J. Yeah, they have a living wall on the Golden 1 Center, so the living wall is like really green right now because it is loving the rain, so that's kind of cool actually. We drove past it, so maybe I'll show it on the next loop around, but yeah, we went a little bit too far on this loop and I'm gonna lose a bunch of experience from going this way, so we'll go back up J and then continue doing our loop. And I'm just catching whatever is here. Alright, you guys, I'll be back. Alright, you guys, so it's 5:14, and the game just turned to night mode, and it's fitting because it is pretty dark out here as well. Now I'm coming by the convention center again. This is where the main cluster of stops is. Please go slow. This is where the main cluster of stops is, and it's probably like 10 stops all in one little bunch right here. And this is where I can get the most XP, and I'll probably just end up doing some combination of just looping around these stops and then a couple other stops nearby at the Capitol. So this time we did come in the right lane. I'm catching some Pokemon here on my Go Plus, and now I can get the Starbucks that I missed last time, and I may even be able to get that one that's at the entrance, although it's pretty far. This one over here is a little bit too far. Yeah, probably won't get that one. Yeah, there's a lot of stops here, and then I think what we may do is make the right loop by the Capitol and then make the right again and just come around again, because I did a little bit too long of a loop. Now there are a lot of stops, but what I want to do is basically get the perfect loop distance to use up the 5 minutes so I can come past this cluster of stops over and over again every 5 minutes, because that's where I'm going to get the most experience at a time, and I want to hit this as soon as it's available every 5 minutes. So that's going to be my main goal. It's just the trick of figuring out how far do we have to drive before these become available again, and then loop back around just in time to hit them again. But you can see it's so many stops here. I still got 9 minutes left on my first lucky egg. Each lucky egg, obviously half an hour. So we got one more lucky egg after this. We'll see how much experience I'm able to accumulate. The rush hour hasn't exactly been helpful. I thought it would be a little bit more helpful, but we're actually getting stuck in traffic a little bit more than I thought we would be. So it's been a little bit tricky getting through all of that. And I'm not catching quite as many Pokemon as I thought I would catch. It's 200 experience per catch, which is really handy. But the Pokemon Go Plus, it's supposed to be 50-50, but I don't think that's true. It's never been 50-50 for me. Although one time I did have like a massive catch spree where I caught something like, it was like 6 or 8 in a row, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm catching so many Pokemon with Pokemon Go Plus in a row right now. But other than that one time fluke, I've never really had it happen like that before. So yeah, we'll come around by the Capitol, by the Rose Garden, and then just kind of do this like smaller loop back here, and come around and hit the convention center again, because you can see the pokestops are really super dense right here, and I really just want to hit those ones that are dense as often as possible every 5 minutes, rather than doing the whole long loop down where they're not as dense. So kind of perfecting the loop here. Now that's the second Tauros I'm gonna hit with my Pokemon Go Plus. Let's see if Go Plus can get it. You got this, Go Plus. If it ever syncs with the Tauros. Go Plus is being so problematic, it doesn't want to sync. It's just unsyncing itself over and over again for no reason. Like, how hard is it to stay synced for half an hour, you know? It can't, and I've synced it multiple times during that half an hour. So it's like, how hard can it possibly be to stay synced with the Pokemon Go Plus on Bluetooth for half an hour? It's just frustrating. They didn't do a very good job on this device, and it almost makes me want to get an iWatch, but I have no use for an iWatch. I don't want an iWatch. I just want the Pokemon Go accessory that works the best, and it is the iWatch right now, especially with the cool animations that it does. I would almost get one, but it's a complete waste of money for me. I don't even have an iPhone. I'm an Android user and a Windows user, so no use for me. Alright, so this is loop numero dos, and loop number 2 here, and let's see, I am at 578,000 experience. I started at like 560 or something like that, so you can see it's adding up pretty quick. It really is. It's not a small amount of experience, it's a large amount of experience. And when I was at ARC yesterday, I started running out of common Pokemon to catch, and it really is helpful to hit those commons. But as you know, I was also hitting a ton of excellent throws, and those excellent throws are 200 experience on their own, plus the 200 experience for the Pokemon. So that's like double, it's like 400 experience per Pokemon. Every 2 Pokemon is almost 1,000 experience. So that is like obviously an insane amount of experience. So you know, it adds up when you're catching the commons. The Go Plus isn't really gonna have that for me, but I'm catching more volume, so the volume can add up. 2 Pokemon is the same as catching 1 Pokemon with the excellent throw, and it is hard to get an excellent throw. So yeah, definitely a lot to think about in terms of what gets me the most experience. But at the end of the day, I'm simply going to go by the numbers and the time spent. You can see here my Pokemon Go Plus is desynced again. Oh, and my game crashed. Wow, wonderful. Game has completely crashed. That means I have to reload it. So this happens sometimes. It just won't respond to touches anymore. I've talked about that quite a few times on my longer videos. The game just stops responding to touch, won't respond whatsoever, have to completely reload it, causes me to miss a lot of gameplay. A little bit frustrating. This is the YouTube life. As long as you don't loop, you have to loop before the Golden One Center, because then you can't loop anymore. We have to go on that long route around the Golden One Center. So before you get to Golden One, you have to execute the loop. Alright guys, I got 5 minutes left on my first lucky egg. Wow, this is a Machop nest over here for sure, whatever that is. That's something to do with the Capitol building, because that's that loop around right there. I've gotten like really good spawns there before. Alright, so let's see if I can get my Go Plus to sync again. Go Plus is forever desynced. Oh, my bag is full. I knew that was going to happen. See you later, Pokeballs. Not kidding. I'm going to dump 200 Pokeballs right now. See ya. Because I have 248 Great Balls. So it's like I'd rather dump all the Pokeballs and replace them with Great Balls, and then just only throw Great Balls, like in a perfect world. So there's Golden One Center up there. Flawlessly executed. Boo. We did the loop before Golden One Center. Dang, that Machop is still, or that Machoke is still there. He's over at that other stop though, and I'm not going over there. You can see there's a building that has an overhead bridge. It's a bridge that goes in between the buildings over the road. Kind of sweet. And there is a Machoke over there, but I'm just going to skip it, because I am so focused right now. There's good stops down that way, no doubt, if you wanted to go that way, that right one. would be fine, but in fact, there are a little bit more than the next one. Oh, this is an alley right here. There's people coming down the alley. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's why that cave is an alley. It's all like
But what we're gonna do is go back down J and hit the convention center again, and you can see the convention center's blue, so that means that I'm ready to loop around, hit that convention center again. So plenty of time for that. I'm trying to get Pokemon Go Plus to sync, and it is just being really a pain, and it's not syncing. Pokemon Go Plus sync, please. It's just taking forever to sync. Jeez. Alright, I'm gonna clear that Machoke. Oh, I can't clear it. I don't like when that happens, when you have a Pokemon that you're watching and then you get really far away from it. I mean, I kind of like it, like if I was really trying to track that Pokemon, but I'm not. I just wanted to go away from that Pokemon, but I didn't clear it. So now it shows on there like forever until I get so far that I can't see that Pokestop anymore. So it's always funny. Alright, here we go. So this is loop number 3. I basically got 3 loops in, and one of my loops was a little bit too extended, so we shortened the loop. And yeah, 3 loops on 1 lucky egg. My lucky egg's gonna be done in 2 minutes. And then I'll start my second one. And we're coming up on that group of stops again. Let's see here. Downtown has a couple of nest areas. We've got the nest in the Capitol Mall, which is at the Rose Garden and the whole area in front of the Capitol building. We've got a whole bunch of small parks, ton of small parks on the grid have a nest in them. And it's nice that they're nice and small so that you don't have to walk around and you can hit all the cluster spawns. So that's pretty cool. That's how I got my first Blastoise, hitting the nest for Squirtle a while back, so that's pretty interesting. Alright guys, loop number 3 is almost over. I'm going to start my next lucky egg, and then I'll probably just come back once I finish that lucky egg, show you guys how much experience I got for the whole adventure. Doing pretty well, 580,000. I've got almost 20,000 in an hour. Or in half an hour, so I mean that's pretty good. I gotta say that's actually really good. Yesterday I did an hour and a half and got 40,000, so I'm on track to beat yesterday right now, and I knew I would beat yesterday as long as I get good efficiency, and it seems like I am getting that good efficiency that I needed, so this should work out pretty well. Let's hope so, at least. I am gonna wait the couple of seconds here and let my lucky egg run out so I can start the next one. Now, if I really wanted to get crazy efficient, I could be doing some evolutions while we're like sitting in traffic, but I don't really think I'm gonna do that. I know some people that do that. Alright guys, I'll come back. Well, I gotta put the lucky egg on. So there's lucky egg number 2. I'm gonna hit all those stops and turn off notifications on that conversation so it stops going off. And then I'll come back once I finish up. Alright, peace. Hey guys, so I had to get notifications for that conversation turned off because it's a little bit too disturbing. And so I'm coming around the loop again. You can see all those cluster of purple stops. So I just hit all of those. It's like 1,000 experience right there just for hitting that one little group. And I am trying to hit that group as often as I possibly can. So we're gonna do the loop even shorter this time. The last little bit of video you guys saw that that cluster of pokestops was blue for a little while before I reached it, and you can actually hear the rain on the building or on the car right now. It's just raining like crazy out here. So we're gonna do this last half hour and then go home where it's safe and watch a movie and eat some sushi. So that's the plan for the night. But yeah, this is crazy out here. It's just like pouring rain. It is ridiculous, and I am still trying to catch them all with my Pokemon Go Plus. Yes, another chance for a Tauros. Pokemon Go Plus, no, why you do this? So I missed the Tauros there. That was like so quick that I barely even saw it. Alright, it looks like Rattata didn't want to stay on the team either. I would have fed you, Rattata. Fed you to a cat. Did you guys see that real cats hunting Pokemon video that I posted? I'm sure you did, because it got like 30,000 views or whatever. But yeah, a lot of views on that video. That was really fun. I just lifted that from a Facebook page that had posted it, and it was really funny, so I was like, I'll repost this. And yeah, I got a lot of views, so if you guys saw that, that was the joke I was making there. The cat was hunting the Rattata in the thumbnail, and it's really, really a funny video if you guys didn't see it, but I'm sure everyone who's watching this saw it already, because you guys watch all my videos because you're so awesome.
Okay.
Guan K.
Should I go 1K instead of this one?
Either one of them is fine, really. They're both good. I may get spawns on K that I haven't got already on this one, so that would work. Alright guys, so we're yeah, I hit the Starbucks already. We're buttoning up this little loop here, getting it nice and tight, trying to hit every single pokestop that I can possibly hit. And you see, there's the cluster again. Actually, this was perfect. I think they're gonna turn blue again just in time. So yeah, that was probably the perfect loop right there. What is the number of this street?
You can
11th?
12.
So somewhere around 11th or 12th. We hit the loop.
12.
There's a Starbucks right here. It's in this big building. So yeah, we're gonna come back around and hopefully I get to those stops by the time that they're blue, although it may actually be too soon. They look like they're about to turn blue again though. Yeah, they're starting to get that look like they're gonna turn blue again, so I think I'm just in time actually. So you guys can see it starts catching the Pokemon with Pokemon Go Plus before you can actually see what Pokemon it is. So sometimes if it's a Snorlax, I'm like, I don't want to catch it, I don't want to catch it, and then, you know, I just have to be like, uh-oh, hopefully I catch it, or I'll have to desync the Pokemon Go Plus to get it to show sometimes, which is crazy. And yeah, you guys, that was the perfect loop right there. So we are on
12.
J and 12th, so you want to take 12th over, you want to take J Street past the convention center, you want to go down to the church that's right past the convention center and make the right there, then make the right on L Street over by the Rose Garden, and then you're going to make the right on 12th Street. This little 5-minute loop right here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 stops, you guys. Almost 30 stops in this loop, which is 3,000 experience for doing this 5-minute loop. And then that 6 times should be able to get 18,000 experience per lucky egg hitting that loop. Now, is that guaranteed? Not necessarily, but you could get more than that actually because of Pokemon catches if you're running the Pokemon Go Plus like me. So 18,000 per lucky egg times 2 multiplies out to 36,000, which is less. Well, yesterday I did 1.5 hours, which is 3 lucky eggs. So if I was to do another 18,000 on there, it would be like 56,000, right? Or 46,000, something like that. So you can see how that would add up really, really quickly, and it is more experience than I was able to pull out yesterday. All right, go really slow through here. This is where all my stops are. There's usually a couple more Pokemon here at the convention, but I've kind of cleared them out. And it seems like my Go Plus is not synced. Oh, it said Pokemon in range. Come on. Go Plus is just forever a nuisance. It's helpful for about the 5 minutes that it stays connected, and then I have to deal with it again. And I'm going so slow. We weren't even going 3 miles an hour. It gave me try again later. I think when I'm touching it, it's causing it to attempt to resync manually, even though it's already synced. So I should probably just stop touching it as well when it says it's successfully paired. Although when I notice it's not giving me Pokemon for really long, then I kind of know that it's desynced itself, so it's tricky. It shouldn't be so unstable. That's my opinion. Alright, so here we go, looping around again. This is a nice, small, compact loop, 27 stops, and 5-minute loops. So, took me a couple of passes here to figure out how to do this loop perfectly and maximize it. But now I've got it down to pretty good little science. And it is, once again, for those of you who were not paying attention, you go to the convention center, Sacramento Convention Center, downtown, 12th and J Street. You're gonna go all the way down the side of the convention center that has all the stops. Take a right on 15th Street, thank you. 15th is the number of the street. And then go down 2 blocks and go right on L Street. So that is the loop. And then you go right on 12th again. So really nice, easy loop. Pokemon Go Plus refuses to sync, so I'm gonna just say RIP Pokemon because I can't catch you. If Pokemon Go Plus won't sync, there we go, finally. Pokemon Go Plus is catching me a Pokemon now. This is actually exciting because I'm getting so much experience. This is like a ridiculous amount of experience. So I'm actually really impressed with what I was able to accomplish here, and being able to get, let's say
The lights are off.
spin the thing all the way to the right until it's like sticky and it clicks. There you go. Then they're on. You're going a little too fast. All right. So here we are at 12th again. You can see the stops are just starting to turn blue again. Here's the Starbucks again. So yeah, this is the perfect loop right here. I honestly can't believe how well that's working. 586,000 experience now. So I'm moving up really quickly. Pokemon Go Plus is putting in work right now, which is what I need it to do. Very nice, very nice. So we should be able to get in another probably like 3 loops, and then I'll be done. I'll count up how much experience I got. I'll tell you guys how much experience I got, and if I catch anything rare, I'll show that off as well. I almost caught Wigglytuff earlier when I was coming out of the neighborhood, and I recorded some video of it, but then it wasn't there, so that was kind of tough. That was like my really, really good spawn of the day. I found a new Pokemon tracker. I'll mention this briefly. A bunch of people have been telling me about it on my Twitter and on all kinds of different areas. People DM'd me about it. People posted on my YouTube comments about it. So yeah, I'm testing it out. It's actually working really well. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is yet because I don't want to do a video about it yet. But I do have a new Pokemon tracker, and it does have alarm notifications, so it can tell me when there's something nearby and that I might want to know about, which means it's going to be draining my battery like constantly because it'll have background notifications. But if there's a Snorlax in my neighborhood, I don't have to be scanning. Go slow, please, go slow. I don't have to be scanning over and over again. So here we are. This is the cluster of stops. This is the most important cluster of stops, so I got to get every single one of these if I can. And luckily there's a stoplight right here with all of them, and we can just stop. And I am completely stopped right now, so it's like frustrating that it keeps saying try again later, because it's like, dude, I'm stopped. Like, I don't need to try again later. I need for you to just work. So I'm barely not close enough for the Starbucks, but we'll get it when I drive by. Let's see if Pokemon Go Plus wants to catch a Pokemon. Pokemon Go Plus, please. Why you do this? Look, it says it's synced. It's like I want to give it plenty of time. Oh, my bag is full. My bag is full. When I throw... Oh, no, I need to throw items. Jeez, my bag is full. You guys can see how many Pokeballs I got again after I threw all those Pokeballs. Go slow, please. Like the slowest you've ever gone. So yeah, that's the constant thing with my bag. It's just getting full, and I have got to ditch items in order to continue to spin pokestops. So I've never had this problem. I've actually never had this problem. I've never did this much item grinding before, ever. So it's very interesting gameplay here. This is pretty much like advanced top level gameplay right here, because you're basically pushing the game to the maximum limits of what's possible. So kind of interesting. I feel like a pro right now. I feel like this crazy like Pokemon Go pro player. I'm gonna have like 100 Ultra Balls when I get done with this, and then I'll probably just throw all my Pokeballs and not even have Pokeballs and throw Great Balls. But you can't throw, you can't use Pokemon Go Plus without Pokeballs, so I have to keep at least like 20 Pokeballs if I want to use Pokemon Go Plus. But I really don't use it that much. So there's that Machop that I didn't get earlier. Finally gonna get him. Pokemon Go Plus is synced right now. Oh, come on. First bump, and he didn't even jump in there. First bump. I actually kind of like, if they're gonna run, I like it to go on first bump, because it's like waiting through the 2 bumps and then having him run is a lot of time, and sometimes I want Pokemon Go Plus to move on to the next Pokemon. So here we go. Pokemon Go Plus, putting in work on the Rattata. Put in that work. Oh, come on. Pokemon Go Plus can't even catch Rattata. Not helpful, Pokemon Go Plus. That's the thing. That Rattata, I would have got an excellent throw on that Rattata. Doubled my experience to 420 because of the curveball. So it's kind of like, but then I could never hit this volume of pokestops this fast while I was actually catching Pokemon. Like, that would be impossible, you know? So it is kind of a trade-off. It's like, which one do you think is going to net you more experience? Hitting the excellent throws while you walk slow, or hitting the hitting every single pokestop? You're going a little bit too fast, man. 15 is too fast. Sure, but I gotta be able to hit the stop, so there's no point to be out here. Alright guys, so gonna loop around here. You know when you're ready to loop when you hit the people gate. It's like the only green Pokestop in all of downtown. So that's your cue to loop around on 15th. Once you hit the people gate, remember to turn right. I love that Pokestop just because it's such an interesting Pokestop, and it actually is there if you want to look at it. It's so cool to drive by it. It's just a hedge, just a regular old hedge, and they've got it trimmed to look like people. But I love stuff like that. Sacramento's a really good art town. Tons of artistic stuff like that all over the place. So here we go. Still on 13 minutes. The loop is a good loop. Man, nice 5-minute loop. The Pokestops are just now turning blue again. It's like the perfect loop, you guys. And I'm mashing the experience. I mean, it's absolutely unbelievable. 589,000, so I picked up another 10,000 just coming around there. Man, very impressive. I'm so impressed with this loop right now. This will probably be how I do my experience grinding. If I can get this much experience in 1 hour, that means I could come out here, put in like a real, you know, like session of like multiple hours, and come out with like hundreds of thousands of experience and start really knocking down that 2 million of the experience I need to get. Alright guys, I'm going to lose my voice if I keep talking, so I'm going to go ahead and hit this loop again. We're just going to be looping around like we have been. I'm going to kill the video so I don't lose my voice, and then I'll update you guys at the end on how much experience I managed to pull out of this trip in 1 hour. Can't believe I'm going to get so much experience in 1 hour. I just don't want to stop my video until I've hit these stops, because I want to make sure I get them all efficiently while we're stopped. Alright, you guys, I'll come back if I catch anything rare, and also to show you how much experience I got. Peace! Alright, you guys, I'm on my final loop here. Coming past the convention center one more time. Go really slow, please. Go slow. Trying to hit all these Pokestops, but my little speed demon here wants to drive like a madman past the most dense group of the stops that I'm trying to hit over and over again. So I got 5 minutes left on my lucky egg here. So I'm just winding down those minutes, and then we're gonna go get some sushi. guys can see I got a ridiculous amount of experience from this. I'm at 593 now. I'm going to cross 600,000. So I believe that's something like 40K, almost 40K experience in an hour. So you can see how when I maximize my efficiency and get that up to about 50K in an hour, then it will easily be able to do 100K in 2 hours. So you can see how that million and then 2 million is gonna quickly not be that problematic by using this loop. So this is probably where I'm gonna come to hit my loops. The only thing that I noticed is I'm not really hatching that many eggs while I'm doing this. I think it's a little bit too fast for the eggs to hatch. So let's go ahead and check on my eggs. I came out here with a bunch of 5Ks that were going, and they're at 3.8. They were about 2.5 when I got started, or 2 when I got started, something in there. So yeah, not really that effective at hatching the eggs, and I do like hatching my eggs. I'm very efficient with how I hatch my eggs. I usually always walk and play. I rarely ever drive and play. So it's interesting. I'm used to getting rid of my eggs pretty quickly. This is not going to do that. So while I'm level grinding on this particular loop, probably won't be doing eggs as much. Although it has done about 1.5 kilometers on my eggs since I got started earlier today. So that's not so bad. In an hour, that's really not that bad. But I would have gotten those eggs complete and already had new eggs started in that hour if I was walking. So a couple minutes left here on the lucky egg. I'm gonna finish it out, count up all my experience that I got. I gotta figure out where I started on the experience. It was 260 or something like that, or rather 560. I meant to say. Oh, there's a omanite somewhere nearby. Not a bad spawn.
The cop saying get off the boat.
Is it a cop?
I don't know.
I don't know. Who cares?
It's not a cop.
I doubt a cop would yell.
And why is this a problem? Why does it bother him? I'm not the one saying.
Some guy yelled, "Get off the Pokemon in your car. You're going too fast, Carmen. You don't need to catch up with that biker, okay?"
He should be grateful we're going that
Little
slow.
speed demon wants to race the biker over here just because he yelled at her.
He wants me to go fast? No. Stop going slow.
That's not what he said at all.
I know, but what's wrong with being...
Now you're just making it up.
What's wrong with playing Pokemon?
There's nothing wrong with playing Pokemon. What's wrong with him is riding his bike in the rain. Well, yeah, and screaming at my boo. Nobody yells at my boo. We don't have to loop again. You can go towards home. Yeah, you can just go straight or do whatever you want to do. Well, my screen brightness is all the way up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get the windows tinted so nobody sees me playing Pokemon in my car. Alright, you guys, so the question is, how much experience did I get? I'll count it up. I'll count it up and put it on the video title so everybody knows how much I got. We are gonna, I guess, loop around and do one more, so I'll get a little bit of experience, but it won't be on the lucky egg.
Can you believe that guy is riding in the rain?
Yeah, I can't believe he's riding in the rain.
He forgot to tell me not to.
Man, she's really upset about that. I really got her going. So you guys can see I have so many items. I've got 318 Great Balls. Jeez. And I threw all my Pokeballs, which means I won't be able to catch Pokemon on Pokemon Go Plus, but I'll get a couple from these stops right here. So that'll be fine. But I guess we are looping around one more time, even though my lucky egg is done. But what I need to do is count up the experience from right here, because the lucky egg just finished. So I got to 595,000 experience. I believe I started at 560, so it's about 35,000 experience for 1 hour. So yeah, pretty efficient. I could have been more efficient with the time. Please go slow. 595,000 experience. I'll count it up. I gotta go look at my first video and see where I started. Might have been 564 or something like that, which would be 30,000 experience for an hour and a half, or for an hour rather. But yeah, not bad at all. You can see it's a perfect 5-minute loop. I'm just hitting the stops as they turn blue again, which is like exactly what you want. You want to be chasing the blue stops as they are turning blue from purple, hitting them like right as soon as they're available again, which is basically what I'm doing right here. So it's a really, really good loop. Ton of experience. I'm going to count it all up. And this was episode 2 of my road to level 40 level grinding journey. So I'm on the road. This is episode 2. And it looks like I did find a really good spot to play some Pokemon Go and get a massive amount of experience in a short amount of time. And I also walked my Eevee. You guys will want to have an update on my Eevee. I'm at 4.7 kilometers. I'm going to get this second Eevee up to 10 kilometers and then move on to another Eevee that has good IVs and walk a whole bunch of Eevees up to 10 kilometers. So that's my my February goal. I'm trying to get the 10-kilometer Eevees for when the event starts. Potentially they will have friendship points, and then I'll already have that friendship on my dudes, and I'll already be ready to go. But I believe that's going to be the end of my episode, you guys. I'm just going to get out of downtown, catch everything on the way out of downtown, spin all the pokestops on the way out of downtown. We're going to go get some sushi, and that's it. That really is it, you guys. That's the end. I'm going to spin these pokestops on the way out of here. Alright everybody, thanks for watching my episode. Thanks to my awesome subscribers. Thanks so much for watching my video. And if it is your first time watching my video and you did happen to watch all the way until the end of this video, that means you're crazy and you're awesome. And hit the like and subscribe as well. So thanks everybody again, and peace!